Welcome back to the Seattle Sports Show, where we love Seattle pro sports. I'm your host, Mikey, and today I am bringing you a Seattle Seahawks 7 round mock draft. We haven't done one of these in a handful of days because this last weekend was WrestleMania, so I was making WrestleMania content on the Marked Wrestling Show. You can check that out. And then I was making sure I was caught up on baseball stuff once WrestleMania was over, and then by the time you're hearing this, yesterday, the Fallout series on Amazon Prime just came out, so I have the special Fallout series show that you can check out on this channel as well, and listen to me react and review that. And you know what? We're just a handful of subscribers away from hitting 200 subscribers on the channel now. So if you're watching this and you haven't hit the subscribe button yet, I'd sure appreciate it. Okay, and let's get this thing to 200. Now let's jump into this mock draft. You know what this is all about already. I'm not saying this is what the Seahawks should do or what they would do. We're just looking at different things that they could do and see if we like it or not. All right, so let's take a look at what happens here. So just off the bat, here's what's available to us right now: Dallas Turner, Liatu Latu, Fuaga, Fatanu, Latham, Newton, Murphy, Robinson, Wiggins, Cooper DeJean, Barton, Powers, Johnson. Lots of players available, but trade offers. Let's take a look at what is available to us trade wise. Let's see. I do want to do a trade. I'm trying to pick up more value with these picks. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do this one from Miami. So we're sending them our 16 and our 118, and then we're getting their 21 and 55. So we're moving back 5 spots, and then we're taking our 4th round pick, and moving it into the 2nd round. I want picks in that range. So let's do that. Let's see what else we can get. I haven't done a trade like this where we move so far back. And I kind of want to try it just to see if we would like this situation. Okay, this is moving far back. Okay, we're going way back into the 2nd round, but we're going to take our pick 21 and 102, and Atlanta will send us 43, 74, and 79 plus their 2025 2nd round pick. Okay, so in this situation, we're getting a couple more 3rd round picks, another 2nd round pick, or our 1st round becomes a 2nd round pick, but we're getting another 3rd round pick and moving another pick from the 4th round into the 3rd round. So I really want to take as many players as I can in this range, and I want to test this out and see how many players that we still like if we did make like a big jump back like that. Because again, yeah, a team would, if a team is jumping up that much, yeah, they're going to have to give us a lot of value in that range. In that range that I really like for this draft as well. So let's test it out and see what happens. Here we are at pick 43. And let's just take a look, a quick reminder of what we have available to us. Okay, we have pick 43, 55, 74, 79, and 81. So we got 5 picks now in the first 3 rounds. Okay, 2 of them being in the 2nd round, 3 picks in the 3rd round. So now we have a lot of different options that we can go to, right? A different ways to look at how we want to take advantage of all the value that we have here now. And now, looking at who's available, Michael Penix Jr., Bo Nix is available in this simulation. I don't think that'll be the case, but in the simulation they are. Darius Robinson is available. Troy Franklin, Rukaroro, Edrin Cooper, and Xavier Legette, Braylon Trice, looking at Brandon Dorless, Junior Colson, Marshawn Nealon, a lot of players that the Seahawks have been linked to and would be uh, potentially interested in, right? So what I like what about this situation right now so far is that we can look at it and say, hey, um, we have a lot of picks in this range, so we can get multiple of these guys. So it gives you a lot more flexibility of how you and who you want to go after um, in these ranges. Okay, and now we really have to decide here, because we want to get players that are going to help Mike McDonald out in his first year and fit in his system. So we need to figure out who is that fits Mike McDonald's system. Who does he want? Who does he like in this area? And I mean, when I look at it, oops, just noticed that I clicked off the. Come on, pull it up. What is happening here? Pull up the. There it is. Okay, here we go. I don't know why that went disappeared and then wouldn't go back up. Okay, where was I? Oh, yes. So we're trying to figure out what Mike McDonald's wants, and you know, for him, does he look at Junior Colson as being the linebacker that fits his system the best and that he wants the most? Somebody that he implemented in as a starter, as a true freshman in college, and has a ton of experience in his system now and has done really well in it. Let's do it. Let's take Junior Colson at pick 43. Mike McDonald says, I don't want to miss out on him. I don't want to pass him up, so let's get him. All right. And convinces John of that as well. Okay, and then we have pick 55. So, okay, we can do more here to help out Mike McDonald and his system, and build some depth across our defensive line to make sure, if somebody like Uchenna Nwosu went down, that you would not be missing. Darius Robinson, edge out of Missouri, would be a good guy that you can get in this range. Again, if you're picking up multiple of these picks, you feel good about getting, well, to me anyways, I feel better about taking these kinds of players in this range, because I know I'm still going to get other players that Phil needs later on. But as you can see here, how they list them, one of a kind size, threat with elite lean mass, 35-inch arms, and vast alignment versatility. Okay, has hyper elite power capacity and can cave in his side of the line with torque. Go watch Darius Robinson's tape. You're gonna like him. And if you can get him at pick 55. Yeah, you do it. You're building that defensive line, and again, you're getting him for 4 years. So if somebody like Nwosu went down and got hurt, or when or if somebody else doesn't work out across that defensive line, then you got somebody there already. Okay, now here we are at pick 74. Let's take a look around at what is out there and what kind of fits our needs, what fits, talent that we want. Okay, so now in this range, for what I'm seeing here, I mean, there's players like Cedric Van Pran, there's Marshawn Nealon, Jalen McMillan. There's Trevin Wallace. We got Junior Colson already, though, I guess. There is Jatavian Sanders, Roger Rosengarten, Jeremiah Trotter Jr., McKinley Jackson, Kalen Bullock. Yeah, there's still a lot of Dominic Pooney. There's still a lot of good players available. For what I want to do here, I do again another player in this range where um you know Ryan Grubb can say, "Hey, I want to turn now. I know a guy that could fit our system and could be a help across our offensive line at any position, and we can have him come in and be his starter at guard and help us in that way right away." Let's get Roger Rosengarten here. All right, so they get that 74. And now we are at pick 79, and let's take a look who else is might still be available here. We're at pick 79. We filled linebacker. We filled edge. We filled the offensive line position. Just taking a look around at what's available in this range again. Ricky Pearsall, Marshawn Nealand, Devontae Walker, Jatavian Sanders, Kalen Bullock is still available as well. Dominic Pooney, Mike Sanders still, Dadrian Taylor Demerson now. Again, because we've got a lot of picks here at the beginning, and we want to get best players available. I like somebody, and it's not a major need at the team right now, but it's gonna be soon with aging players and a lot of players that just haven't lived up to production value. Right? We could take somebody like a Ricky Pearsall out of Florida, who looked great when the starting quarterback there, what is his name, Jordan, was healthy, right? And then still looked good even without him. You know, a nice sized wide receiver, fast, runs good routes. I see a lot of people putting him in this range, and I think he could be even better than what people are looking at him. He could be one of those guys where if he really does fall in this range, where people will look at him, in a couple of years' time and say, "Oh, what a steal of a pick that was." So let's take Ricky Pearsall here. Okay, and now here we are at pick 81, and let's see here. Baltimore would like to trade with us. We would give them our 81, our 2025 7th round pick, and they'll give us pick 93 and 130. Marshawn Nealand is still here. We already got Darius Robinson, but Marshawn Nealand's still here. Devontae Walker, Jatavian Sanders, Blake Corum, Jeremiah Trotter Jr., McKinley Jackson, Dwayne Carter, Dominic Pooney. Yeah, there's still a handful of players available here, but let's do that and let's pick up that pick 130. So we pick up that extra pick in that range, and then we can start filling this team with more, needs. At this point, we've got a lot of good players at this point who both fill a need and are talented at the top. But now we can kind of, do a little more with trying to fill need and just fill the need, and not taking somebody who's like seen as being higher up on the board. Now at pick 93, New York Giants want to trade us pick 107 and 166 for our 93. Interesting. But again, because of players I see here available on the board, I don't want to do it, just because at this point, there's somebody like Mason Smith. Jatavian Sanders is still there. But for me, I don't know. I would actually rather have Cade Stover, just based on what the two different tight ends do. I like what Cade Stover brings to the table. I like his blocking ability. He's got good hands. He can run good routes. You know, he's a tight end out of Ohio State, like what you would expect. So I'm going to take Cade Stover here at pick 93. Our next pick isn't gonna come until pick 130, and then here we are again, being able to now. I mean, at this point, I feel pretty happy about getting talented players uh, earlier in the draft that also filled needs, where we can just kind of start filling needs for depth at this point now. Um, and looking at the board, you know, players like Tanner Bordellini, Mason McCormick, Kyrie Jackson, Theo Johnson, but we just got Kate Stover, Jared Wiley, again, same thing, Layden Robinson, um, Bo Limmer, lots of players on the board here. But at pick 130, okay, and I'm going to tell you this right now, okay? I've been picking Zach Zinter kind of in this range a lot. And some of you have given me a hard time about it, saying, like, oh no, he's going to go in the second round or third round, okay? I heard Brock Hewer talk about it on Brock and Sock today because he most recently did his player profile on Zach Zinter, and he said what he's been hearing from scouts and people in you know, in different organizations that he's talked to. Zach Zinter, they are saying he's going to be a day 3 guy. Yes, the broken leg injury that he had at the end of the season, which again has affected his ability to be able to work out and be available, you know, and you know, how ready is he going to be for the season? It is totally affecting his draft stock, okay? So if he's available here, like a lot of people are saying he might be now, then I am going to take him here, and I think that would be a good pick. And again, you're filling out depth here. You got Roger Rosengarten earlier, but yeah, when Zach Zinter is healthy, if he gets healthy and gets you, you know, and he gives you what he gave before, then you're going to be really excited about having that guy on the offensive line for years to come. Okay, so we take Zach Zinter here at pick 130. Our next pick is until 179, so we got a ways to go. And we will see who's available to us at the board when we get there. Let's see here. Well, Arizona would like to make a trade with us. But I see a few players on here that I like that I'm not sure I want to pass up on if we move back from 179 to 186. There's Kitan Oladapu out of Oregon State, Justin Egwabe from Alabama, the defensive tackle, in a nice big guy that could help out. Gabe Hall, defensive tackle out of Baylor. There's Josh Proctor, the safety out of Ohio State. Maris Leafau out of Notre Dame. Zion Tupaloa Fatui out of Washington. Tanner McLaughlin. You know, there's good players still. Edwin Olafashayo is still here. You know, there's good players in this range. So tough. What do we, what do we want to do here? What do we think we can do to fill a need? Oops, why does this keep disappearing on me? There. Okay, so gosh, I again for me, just looking at other needs that we have that we haven't filled yet, I feel like Kitan Oladapu might be a really good choice here. Um, yeah. You know, again, our safeties, a lot of them are on 1 year deal. We got somebody with a 2 year deal, Rayshon Jenkins, but everybody else is 1 year. And if you can get a Kitana Oladapo here late, I mean, I think that's a good pick. He's that big bruising guy in there. You can blitz. He can blitz. Mike McDonald likes guys that are good. Everybody's going to be able to need to blitz. Everybody's going to be able to help with run support. Oladapo can do that. So let's take Oladapo here. Try that out. I pick 192. Um, let's see. Just trying to take a look around. What else do we have? That we could fill different needs in this range here. So 192. I'm looking around and I guess why don't we take. Ooh, they're making it tough for me. Because we only got the 2 picks left. Okay, I did get Roger Rosengarten and Zach Zinter, so I feel good about offensive line. We got Junior Colson. He's the only linebacker that we've gotten so far, though. And again, everybody else is going to be on 1 year deals. I mean, I could get Maris Leafau, but again, he'll be another middle linebacker. And we already got Junior Colson. But we already know that Mike McDonald doesn't mind having multiple middle linebackers on his team and is moving people around in different positions. So you can already see him doing that with free agents that he's brought in, and where talking about where they're going to play those players. So, yeah, I'm taking too long on this pick for you guys probably, but it really is a tough choice. So, with this pick, I will take. I'm gonna go. This shouldn't be this hard this late, but it is. I'm gonna go. Okay. You know, it's farther down. Where am I? Where is? Aha, Kamani Vidal. Let's take that running back here. Uh, we don't want to miss out on him, so we'll get him here. Make sure we get that another good receiving running back on the team, another guy that come in and compete for that kick return position as well. And then here we are at pick 235. Still quite a few good players available, or players that I like, anyways. Darius Musau, Sion Vaki, Drake Nugent, Dominic Hampton, Jeremy Chroma. I mean, there's some players that would be good for this range. For me, again, because I haven't taken a lot of linebackers in this draft, let's take Darius Musau here, and yeah, let's fill out some more of that linebacker room and get somebody on some longer contracts that we can you know, continue to develop. And again, those players out of UCLA, I think, have been underrated because Leatu Latu is so amazing that he's getting all the attention, but the other edge players and linebackers are they're pretty good there too. All right, so let's take a quick recap of what we got here because I took so long at the end of at the end of this draft because honestly, the beginning of the draft here, with moving back so much, got us a lot of great value at the beginning. We got Junior Colson, we got Darius Robinson, Roger Rosengarten, Ricky Pearsall, Cade Stover, and Zach Zinter. That was our first 6 picks of the draft. And just those 6 picks alone, I would be very happy. We ended up with 9 picks in total, so 2 more picks than we normally have right now. And with those, we were able to just like fill some needs and grab some players that we hope we can develop in Katano Ladapu, Kamani Vidal, and Darius Muasau. Right? So, I mean, to me, I feel pretty good about this draft. But let me know what you think. Again, this is not what they should do, what they would do, but what they could do, and how would you like it if they did do that? Okay, so let me know, what would you grade this draft if this is something they did? How excited or disappointed would you be in this draft? Again, we traded all the way out of the first round. We didn't make our first pick until the 43rd pick overall. But you kind of see how picking up all those extra picks in this second and third round, I don't know, it kind of feels good, specifically in this year's draft. So, that's kind of my thoughts. But let me know what you think, and then make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Of course, leave all those comments. If you're listening on the podcast version, make sure you subscribe, follow, leave the 5-star rating and written review because that all helps the show out. And I'm just looking at the timestamp on this one now. Yeah, this is way longer than I normally like to do these mock draft episodes. So now that I'm going to get back in the swing of things, and we'll make sure that the next ones don't take so long. But what I can say to you for sticking through this one, though, is thanks for listening to the Seattle Sports Show, where we love Seattle Pro Sports and we watch legends awaken. So take cover, because with a sea of sound you will see us rise to reign supreme and win forever.